Hi, welcome back to the Sing Confidently Live Creatively podcast. Estelle here. I'm a singer, actor, and vocal coach here to help you build confidence as a singer and performer. Today, we're doing warm ups that are specifically for breath support. So, if you go back to episode 321, I did an episode that was for, I had warm ups for breath control, which is more so like what I think about. I think of that as like breath management. So, managing how much air you're using as you sing versus today, we're going to do little exercises for your breath support. And I think of that as like having the right amount of air pressure versus airflow. So that way you don't sound overly breathy or overly pressed and like overly tight and have too much pressure in your voice. So you have the right amount of air pressure and airflow. So these exercises are really going to help with that. I'm excited to jump into them with you. But first, I want to share a review that one of you guys left for the podcast. Thank you so much for leaving a review. It means so much because first of all, I just like woke up one day and I was like, "Oh, look, there's a new review." It was so beautiful and it just made my heart so happy. So, thank you so much to this is from Southside White Sox fan. Southside White Sox fan. That is like a tongue twister. But Southside White Sox fan said, "What a wonderful and informative singing podcast. So much knowledge. I can't believe it's all free." Thank you so much for saying that. I know. I love that it's I'm so glad that it's informative and that you guys feel like it's a lot of information and knowledge. So much so that you're like, I can't believe it's free. I want you to feel that way. I don't want it to be like overwhelming, like an overwhelming amount of knowledge. That's why I try to do shorter episodes and like just give you like bits and pieces so that it's not overwhelming. But I do hope that you feel like it's a lot because I want it to be helpful to you. And I know that everyone has different needs. And so maybe one episode isn't as much for you as another episode. But I also want you to know that, like, there's so much to explore when it comes to singing and building confidence as a singer, being a performer, being a creative in general. There's so many different facets, whether it's voice technique, that alone has so many facets. And then there's the mindset piece. And then there's the actual performing on stage piece. And there's like so many things. There's the motivation piece, and there's so much. So I'm glad that you feel like it's really informative and helpful. And if you feel that way, and or maybe you have a different take on the podcast, I would love to hear from you. Leaving a review, it helps me feel like I can talk to you guys, like I can hear you speaking to me, because I'm the one speaking to you. I'm speaking to you all the day long. So I'd love for you guys to speak to me. Leaving a review, it's like leaving a comment on someone's Instagram like reel that you love, or like on someone's YouTube video. Like, it means so much, and it's something that I will respond to in the podcast itself by like sharing it with others so that everyone else feels encouraged that we're all here together growing as singers and performers. So thank you so much to that person for leaving that review. Thank you so much. If you've already left a review, I really appreciate it. And if you haven't, but you've been listening to the show, would you mind leaving a review? It would genuinely mean so much to me, and I can't wait to share it on the next episode. So please go leave a review wherever you listen to podcasts, but specifically on Apple Podcasts, I know you can. And then I know on Spotify, you can leave comments, and you're welcome to do that too. And you can do that on YouTube as well. So it means so much for me to just hear from you. And if you don't really want to leave a review, but you do want to chat with me or ask questions, you're always welcome to join our free Facebook group where people are in there every single week asking, leaving comments about their favorite artists, asking questions, or chatting with me, and I get to chat with you guys. So you can go to the free Facebook group as well if you want to connect further, outside of just listening to me. I would love to hear from you. I want to hear what your thoughts are, what you're singing, what you're working on, what you're having trouble with when it comes to singing or belting or breathing or whatever. So that's at creativelybyestelle.com/community. Other than that, please leave a review if you haven't already. Again, it genuinely means so, so much. Like, just make a girl's day. You know what I mean? Go make my day. Like, it would mean so much. All right, that's enough about that. I just wanted to put that out there and share my appreciation for that review. It meant a lot. So let's get into these breath support exercises. I'm going to lead you through them. So the first one, we're just going to do hums up and down a fifth. I'm going to make sure that you can hear me. Let me turn on my original sound. And this is where we're going to just start kind of mid-range, and then we'll go up. Okay. On a hum, if you are a lower vocalist, you can come down here. I'm going to be up here. And we're going to sing just very simple. keep the buzz right around your lips. Make sure that your lips are buzzing the entire time. Have a little bit of space in your mouth so that it's almost like you're saying an M, like you're just saying You have space in your mouth. Your tongue is at the bottom of your mouth and you have space above it. Okay? Here we go. Feel the buzz. Right at the front of your mouth. One more. Okay, I hope that was good. This is just warming us up a little bit, but I want you to focus on keeping the buzz right around your lips. You want to feel that vibration right there at the front of your mouth. You should feel that if you put your hands on the sides of right on either side of your lips. You should be able to feel that when you go, you can feel that buzz. You want to keep it there the entire time. That's making sure that your sound is resonating right there. And because of that resonance, it's going to help you have that. And because your lips are closed, you're going to have that back pressure on your vocal folds so they can close nice and cleanly. They're squared up against each other, having nice cord closure against the airflow. So you have a nice amount of air pressure and airflow, and it's just beautiful. So now we're gonna do those same hums, but now I want you to take your pointer finger and your thumb. You're gonna take your thumb and your pointer finger, and you're going to put those fingers, just the tips of those fingers, at the very tips of your nose, just covering up your nostrils. You don't want to really squeeze, but if you don't want to put them right at the front of your nostrils, you can squeeze just very lightly at the tip of your nose. You're just going to very, very lightly place your fingers there, but it's going to cause a little bit of resistance to your airflow and to your singing, which we want in this case, okay? So make sure that you have your thumb and your pointer finger right at the tips of your nostrils, right at the tips of your nose. You can kind of hear you can tell that my nose is a little bit blocked now because I'm doing it. You can hear the nasality. You're going to seal that, and that's creating resistance, okay? This is a nasal resistance technique, and it's going to help you then have to overcome that resistance in order to stay resonant so that your sound doesn't decrease. And this is going to help you to get even more closure of your vocal folds, which is great for you, especially if you kind of have not a lot of air pressure and you have too much airflow. It's going to be really great for you to have that stronger vocal fold closure there, okay? All right, so you're gonna do the same hums with your fingers on those nostrils, and you're gonna try to keep that resonance up, keep the volume up that you had when you were just doing the hum by itself. So you have to kind of overcome that resistance of your nose being blocked. Here we go. All right, feel the resistance, you got it. If it's a little bit too tight, you can loosen how much you're closing those nostrils. You can just maybe be a little bit lighter with your fingers there, but you do want to feel a little bit of that resistance because you're trying to overcome it as a singer. Here we go. Good. Keep humming. Here we go. Keep going. You got this. Here we go. Keep the resonance. Overcome the resistance. Last one. Good job. That one's a little bit tricky in that there's a learning curve to figuring out even how to place your fingers on your nostrils, but it's really good for helping you to overcome that resistance so you can get even better closure of your vocal folds against the air pressure from your lungs. That helps you to get a nice amount of vocal fold closures so that you have a little bit of a stronger sound and more resonance. Good job. Okay, we're gonna do one more. I'll just do one more for today. This one is going to help with how you start your pitches with the right amount of airflow and air pressure. And I've done this one before. So if you've done this before, great. If not, welcome. We'll do this more in the future because it's a favorite of mine. We're going to do this on staccato. We're going to do ha, 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 ha on staccato. Now I want you to take your two hands and put them on your belly, around your belly button. And I want you to go ha, 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 like you're doing a belly laugh. Ha, 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 like someone said something really funny. Ha, ha, ha. Can you try that? Ha, ha, ha. Do you feel how your belly, those muscles in your belly, your abdominal muscles right there, are moving in every time you make that sound? That's what you want. You want that support there. That's offering a little bit of breath support as it's your abdominal muscles are engaged. You're engaging your abdominal muscles every time. I want you to do that as you do this exercise. Here we go. Ha, 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 ha. Engage. Ha, 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 ha. And that's it. I hope that you were able to stay engaged. If not, go back and try it again because you do need to have that abdominal engagement to really feel that you're getting the right amount of air pressure and airflow at the same time. The H is helping with the airflow, but you got to have the abdominal muscle engagement to help with getting the air pressure under your vocal folds as well. All right, that is all that I have for you today. Those are just a few exercises for you when it comes to breath support, getting the right amount of air pressure versus airflow on your notes. And I really hope that this helped you. I hope that you feel encouraged to keep going. If you have any questions on these exercises, again, you can come to our community group. It is free at creativelybyestelle.com/community, or you can always reach out to me via email or Instagram. There's a lot of ways for you to reach me on my website and in the show notes. And hey, if you want to do any of these exercises together, or you're really struggling with your power or your breath support on a specific song, come and check out voice lessons, honestly. It's springtime. The summer is coming. Like, you want to be out and about, going to open mic nights, singing in auditions, doing karaoke. Like, let's work on these together. I'm here for you. So you can go check out voice lessons with me. You can do a free consult. It's literally free, just a free 10-15 minute chat with me. If you genuinely aren't sure yet, but you want to chat with me, you can go book one of those. It's all on my website at creativelybyestelle.com/studio, creativelybyestelle.com/studio. I would love to help you with building that power and building that breath support that you need to sing the songs that you love. I know that you want to become a confident singer, but sometimes you do need a little bit of help. You need a little bit of one-on-one support, and that's what I'm here to do for you guys. So again, creativelybyestelle.com/studio. If you would like to work with me or do a free 10-minute consult with me, I would love to chat. I'm here for you guys. Have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode and to this show. I'm so in awe of you for being here and showing up for your creative gifts. That takes courage. Don't forget to join the Performing Arts community on Facebook for support and inspiration as you continue on your journey. If this episode helped or inspired you in any way, please leave a review on Apple Podcasts and share it with someone. It means so much. Thank you again, and don't forget to keep singing, acting, dancing, performing, and living creatively. Talk to you next time.